Hey everyone, hopefully having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities. We're going to work our way through the dollar, precious yields, precious metals, commodities, and ETFs that I follow. Obviously, I'm going to be giving my financial opinions along the way. And if you guys need any help or are more interested in the markets and want to learn about the markets, definitely check out finding-value.com. Join our community. You can use the word discount in the coupon code if you'd like to join our platinum membership. All right, so let's dive in here, see what's going on. We've got the DXY, again, relative strength indicator. We've been pulling on back here recently, down 0.36% today, and we're right at this strong support level. We've bounced off this support level here and here. And we're coming back down, and we'll see if we break below it and break to the downside. That will be a big move to the downside if DXY breaks that, as it's a very long-term support level that we've got going across here, right where it's trading at right now. So that's what we're looking for. And when the dollar breaks below that support level, it's going to give us further tailwinds behind the investments that we're in. Looking at the 10-year yield, dropping a little bit, down 1.5%. So we're down a little bit today. Still at that support level, that blue level, or the long-term blue level line that we're right on top of. So we're right on top of that. We're using that as support at the moment. And zooming in, there we are, pulling back down, and we're right at that support level. TYX this is TYX 30-year yield, down a little bit, 1.27%. Again, we're just kind of chopping sideways. We've got higher or lower highs kind of coming down. We have higher lows coming in, basically meeting right at this spot here. So we've got that going on. We've got TYX, TNX ratio slightly higher. If this breaks to the upside here, gold is going to take off, in my opinion. We could also see oil take off. We could see other things take off with it. It doesn't mean this here is correlated to gold. The other commodities are not as correlated to this, and they can do kind of whatever they want. But gold, I would say, definitely would take off if this were to go on higher. We've got bond prices slightly higher today with those yields lower. So we had a dollar lower, yields lower, and the curve shifting a little bit, uninverting, with bonds a little bit higher. So that's good for gold. Gold, that's generally good for gold. And then here's the 2-year yield falling a little bit more. I still think this could fall further to the downside. We've got larger bearish engulfing candlesticks to the downside there for the 2-year yield. So what this is saying is that the curve is uninverting. The curve uninverting means that gold gets a little bit of a tailwind behind it. Crude, this is a CRB index. I was going to say crude, but CRB index. So looking at the CRB index, moving on higher today. Nice, actually, candlestick today. It looks very strong. So that's looking good. This thing's been going back and forth. So we've been in a corrective phase. This is a corrective phase right now. We need to break out and get out of this kind of resistance area that we're stuck in. So we're still correcting. We're still in that corrective phase. We've got resistance through these trading areas all through here that we're trying to break back up above and get moving to the upside. So we still have that resistance from previous buying and selling that happened, and we still are working our way through. CRB to S&P 500 down a little bit, down about 1%. So the S&P's taken off, but still it doesn't look too bad. Here, let's look at it from a longer term perspective here. That's what it looks like from a longer term perspective. I can get these lines out of here, but we've been pulling on back. This is wave 1 is the first wave, wave 2, and then we get a big wave 3 that comes after. We're still in wave 2 on the pullback for this ratio. So that's what's going on there. Gold slightly higher, up $6. For the most part, just moving sideways. Silver up a little bit, 0.2%, more or less moving sideways. And keep in mind, guys, we're basically have broken out of all these different patterns, and we're coming to do most likely a little back test retest before breaking higher. So gold's doing the same thing. It broke out. It's doing a retest just like silver. Platinum's doing also the same thing. We're coming up to a larger resistance area. You can take this guy and throw it like this. We're coming up to a larger resistance area going across here. So we've got some trading that happened all through here. We're still in that kind of mucky buying, selling pressure. But I do think that we've broken out, and we're probably going to do a retest, maybe back to 1045. Possibility there. We could come back to 1045. Good spot to be looking. XAU to gold ratio, slightly higher. Again, we haven't broken out of this longer-term downtrend line that I hope we break out of. We break out of this, we're going to have all sorts of fun, guys, in the precious metals mining companies. GDX, slightly higher today, 0.3%. Nothing really to brag about today. Just moving sideways. SILJ also doing this kind of retest game. There we are retesting. So I think it looks good here for a potential add right at this back, this line, right? Basically where it's at right now. Looks pretty good. Crude oil up 1.1%. Do we still have more downside? Are we going to fill this gap? I'm not going to make any comments there. We've got some stronger selling pressure here, and the bounce may roll over to this area down here. Maybe. We'll see what the next trading days have. We have a little bit more downside selling pressure than we do upside buying pressure at this exact moment. But I think we're at a very good price down here. All through here is a very good price. Natural gas up 1.3%. Again, we've got a little bit stronger selling pressure, and we're struggling to come back up, so we might have some more sideways action before going higher. XOP, yeah, you know me, actually looking really good today. Up 1.84%. We've got the bullish engulfing, the bullish piercing, and now we have another bullish engulfing today. That generally signifies a move higher. We'll see what the move looks like. If it's strong, perfect. If it's weak, we'll see it kind of roll over like that. So we don't know what that's going to look like yet, but it looks like it wants to go higher in the short term. OIH also throwing down a pretty good candlestick, 3%. Bullish engulfing. Looks like it wants to try to go higher here. Looks good. Looks very good. So go OIH. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust actually looks pretty dang good. Higher here, guys. That's a bullish engulfing. I was looking at some of the uranium companies. Uranium companies weren't looking that bad. It looks like some of them were trying to put in a turning point, and we'll see what materializes from it. I'm a little early here, but we'll see. But this looks excellent for a move higher. That's a bullish engulfing here. Looks fantastic, actually, to try to move higher here. So let's hope the buyers come in and push it. URNM, basically flat, but I will say this, guys, the selling pressure, it's not that much over here. Neither is the buying pressure, though. So we got to see some buyers come in here. We want to throw down some fat, big candlesticks, and I'll get a heck of a lot more bullish if we do that. TAN still squeezing up. My Lord, look at this. We're going to straight doji style on the candlesticks now. There's going to be a big squeeze here, guys. Let's watch it together. COPX still pulling back a little bit, but it's still from a bullish formation, so I think eventually it'll work its way on up. Lithium looking a little better today, up 1.5%. We'll see where we go. This is still lots of momentum to the downside. I wouldn't quite be jumping in. REMX up 1.42%. Again, we're at this support resistance line that we've been playing with for a while. And it's not a reversal candlestick, so the momentum is still to the downside for REMX. The S&P 500, right on support resistance. So there it is, going across. We're right on top of it. We got to see where this thing breaks. Same with the NASDAQ, right on that resistance support level. We're right underneath it. We'll see which way we break. We've got emerging markets, EEM, also moving sideways. We do have some resistance support all in this general vicinity where we're at. We have broken this downtrend line to the upside, so that is a good thing. So it doesn't look that bearish. XHB, it's hanging in there. It looks bullish. I think it's going to continue higher. Still looking good. Looking at Moo, getting a little bit of buying pressure today. Bullish engulfing, bullish piercing, kind of. We'll see if this goes up and how far it goes. We do have that resistance line right coming through here above it. Copper coming to a back test here. I think copper looks good. I like copper here. We've got a longer term support right underneath us. A bunch of buying and selling happened through here. I think that's going to, if we go down, it's going to be support, and I think we'll bounce off that support. Lumber up 2%, 427. So that's looking good. We've got iron ore. Let me see, we got an iron ore. I've got some drawings on this bad boy. That looks good. I think we're going to go higher with that eventually. I know we're going a little bit lower, but we could do a back test and then a move on up. So that still looks good. We've got nickel down 1.72% on the weeklies, though. It looks really strong. I still think it's going to go sideways to higher for nickel. Aluminum down 0.72%, just kind of chopping sideways. But again, aluminum second half of 2023, I think we'll see some strength. How come I can't? Oh, looks like I can't draw that one over. Take it out. Baltic Dry Index up 5%, looking very strong. I think the companies look strong. I think the Baltic Dry Index looks really good at this current time. And then Newcastle, it is basing out. We're trying to throw down some patterns here. We're just basing out, and then eventually I think we'll work our way on higher. So that's Newcastle coal. Ethereum, a little bit of selling pressure. We're probably going to get back here, do a retest, maybe get back in this general vicinity of a lot of buying and selling. It's probably we're going to end up 1750, 1760, something like that. And then Bitcoin down 0.72%. It doesn't look that bad. Just kind of going sideways in this rut of buying and selling pressure. So it's right at support. But that's what I've got for today, guys. There we go, coming back in. I think oil looks fine. Uranium's looking a lot better. At least the Sprott Uranium Trust looks really good. And I don't know. I think everything's looking good. It's looking good. And if things, we've got some things going sideways, just be patient. Just wait for those things to play out. And copper's on top of support. Everything's on top of support, guys. It looks good. I'm positive. Well, we'll see where it trades next. But I have a positive attitude towards commodities and the potential long-term outcomes in a lot of these things. That's what I'll say. So, yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. Hopefully you're hanging in there. Hopefully you're finding the companies that you like. You've got them on a watch list, and hopefully you get really good prices here. I think we could be bottoming, but again, that's early to say that, and I'm going to wait and see what prices do here in the short term. But give me a thumb up for the content, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website if you like, and we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.